Rocks, road made of rocks.
So it's a pretty big road, isn't it?
In the middle of the forest.
Forest. Very good. Look at the ground, so you already know this is rocks. Rocks road in the forest. Look at the trees for a moment. Are they like ancient trees? Very tall, right? Giants. Hug yourself in that space. See if you can connect to your body in that space. And tell me if you have feet, if you have physical body.
I have two sides of me.
Two sides.
Look in different directions. And they're not, it's like a body, but it's see-through.
Okay, so it's quasi-physical. You said you have two sides to you.
There's something over, like as if it's me over these two sides, above, three. So two, they're equal, they look different directions, and one is above them, trying to unite them.
I see, okay. Is it appropriate to unite them?
Yes, but they're still looking different directions.
Okay. Let's look forward and see if these sides merge so that you can connect to that space where you are. And always know that you can have that part of you above, monitoring, making sure that you're safe.
I just turned them towards each other.
Beautiful. So it's like two pieces of the modules, yeah?
And now they're like water flowing into each other.
Beautiful.
The head is still separate.
This being that you are there, quasi-physical, connect with it and see if there are any special attributes to that being. Obviously, it's very aware. Do you feel comfortable in this forest? Is it like you live there? Is it like this is your home?
I'm like a forest elf.
Amazing. Okay. Let's find out more about your life. Okay, so you live there. Let's find out if you have a home of some sort. Let's walk through this road and let's follow that elf, that forest creature, and see where it needs to go next.
It's like as if there is an opening under the tree, but it's huge, like in the roots make a circle house.
Go inside.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the details that you see?
Like everything is made of wood and all together with those roots, kind of funky. Very creative and artsy. Very warm, a lot of wood and surfaces.
Is there anybody there besides you inside? Or do you live there alone? When you look around, do you see that there are like maybe places where you sleep? What is this?
Big table.
Big table,
I don't know. They're like little tiny glowing thingies that are alive.
Let's check it out. Let's go closer. Let's come closer and let's go take a look at what they are. What is their function?
They're magical creatures with little wings.
Like fairies. So they live there as well. Are these creatures visible to humans? Or you live in a different dimension? You said you're quasi-physical, right? So you...
I don't think so. I don't think anybody can find that house.
Okay. So even though you live in the forest, but your nature is not to be in the physical space. You said like the body feels more like water. Let's connect more to that structure. feel this being. So this being can come through the walls, right, if it wants to, or it can go underground. Or Can you also lift off the ground if you want to? Okay. Very good. When you connect to this being, when you connect to, maybe it has a name as well that comes to you right away. Okay. Do these beings have age? Do they function? Do they have timelines or time? No. Okay. And when you connect to it, has this being, this elf, been around for as long as it wants to? Maybe centuries? So it has seen a lot throughout its life.
Yeah, now it's turned with the heads together in one direction.
Very good.
Towards each other.
Towards each other.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like a cubist painting, right? When you have two halves of the faces looking at each other.
But the third one is hugging them.
Hugging.
Over. And that one can see around or forward. These two can just look at each other.
Okay, I understand. So the one that's above is the one that seals them together. Otherwise, what? They would just, like water, go everywhere, spill almost.
I have a headache.
You have a headache? Okay, just allow it. But let's go to that place that you feel the pain in. Okay, tell me, does it have a color or any other property, this discomfort in your head?
Black.
Okay. Which part of your head is it in?
Here.
Okay. Let's bring it towards your third eye so we can examine this pain a little bit.
It's like, I was connecting the two heads and now my headache it hurts.
Let's see if we can release it, if we can help that being that connects the two halves.
Because those heads are still not connected.
Let's look how we can put it together into one entity, right? That actually can look forward, left, right.
It's like almost like the snake from Kundalini is coming from the bottom and going up and like sewing them together.
Very good. So use that energy from the base of your spine and let that snake energy, Kundalini, seal the halves. I'll let you know if it's happening. Take a moment.
Wow, thunder around all of this. Dark rain and thunder while it's trying to connect.
Does it need any assistance? Ask the being about.
I don't like the snake.
You don't? Okay. Let's find out what is the reason behind that. You as an elf, you as a being, you don't like the snake. Okay. Even though you're quasi-physical. Okay, let's explore this connection. Let's go back in time. Let's reverse and find out, where did you first connect? Find the specific situation that made you dislike the snake. And be there now. It's like in a movie, you can just close one scene, go to the next.
It's just laying there on the road and like yelling at me.
So you understand the snake's language?
No, I don't know. I know it's pissed off.
What's the color of the snake? Tell me more.
Greenish, slimish, but with white belly.
And this is part of the forest, right? You're still in the same forest.
Yeah.
Okay. You said it is screaming or hissing.
Open mouth.
Did something happen then? Let's find out. Let's observe. So I understand you dislike it, but let's find out what exactly took place. Watch it like in a movie where you can just hover above and watch the scene happen. What do you do?
I think it's kind of now not as scary. It's just protecting or abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Something about abandoned baby.
Okay.
Of the snake.
Okay.
Either it is abandoned baby or she abandoned the baby.
Okay. Can we send a message? Can you communicate with the snake? Sort of asking questions. Okay. Let's see if we can send a question towards the snake to figure out.
My headache is gone.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Can that being that overlooks the two of you, can we ask it to help find out why is the snake so upset or distressed? We don't know exactly, right? We just know it's
lost a baby.
Lost a baby. Are you able to help find it? Come closer to the snake. You know, snakes cannot really hurt you, right? Because you're not in a physical body fully. Can anything harm you?
I don't know.
Okay, okay. Let's see if you can locate the nest of that snake, if possible. Perhaps it needs comforting.
I'm like, somehow from me to her, there's a light, purple light.
In between you two.
In surrounding her too.
Okay, so it envelops you and envelops the snake. Okay, purple. Do you see it all around you and all around the snake?
It's like I'm standing in front of me, from my heart, my belly, over like a round circle attached, and she's in it. She likes it.
So you're comforting her in that. So in that purple light, you said, that's where she feels better, calm. Very good.
And vulnerable.
This is what it needs at the moment, that comfort. And through that light, see if you can send a message, what else that the snake needs right now. What else can we do? What else can be accomplished?
I'm really trying to like it.
You don't have to like it. But for some reason, you're a little bit afraid of that snake. What if it's going to get upset again?
She's slimy.
Slimy. So the touch, the texture, is very strange to you. Let's connect to your spine for a moment and do a scan from the base of your spine to your crown. Tell me, is this being coming together? There was a split, you said, two parts of the face were looking at each other, yet you can look at the snake. What is happening with you internally? Should we look for the nests of the snake? to help it find a baby. Or let's ask the story. Now that the snake is more comfortable, let's ask, what were the circumstances of her losing the baby? Connect to the mind of that snake, to her story, and see if you can sort of scoop that green energy, bring it into your own space, into your own brain. I'm gonna slightly just touch your forehead to help you connect. So you can just extract the story from the snake, and you can just watch it like a movie to understand what happened.
It fell out of my spine.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the bottom of my spine.
So it was a part of you, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you found each other.
Yeah.
Go back into the story. How did it fall out of your spine? Tell me more. Tell me what's available.
There is in the bottom of my spine, tailbone, there is like a lot of lights moving like snakes, but they're not snakes, but they're pretty, not like that snake.
Okay.
They're lights like very bright purple, blue, and they move like as if they're in the motion of snakes. Like, oh my God.
It's like dancing.
Oh yeah, they're like a lot, and they're beautiful and warm and strong. But it's like, it feels like they're ripped from that snake.
Okay. So
I like them, but I don't like the snake.
I'm wondering if there's a way that we can integrate that energy. Since the snake is green, perhaps it has to do with your heart chakra and being able to accept something that we perhaps don't like or afraid of, right? But we can, instead of invalidating it, we can actually see, maybe this is a part of us. Maybe this is a part that we need to feel, we need to allow. What can we do to help Marina integrate that snake so that she feels safe, so that this being that is her can feel safe, that elf being, that water-like?
It's like it's a part of me, but it's an ugly part of me that I don't like. Everything else is pretty about me.
Okay, so define pretty.
Feels safe, feels beautiful, feels pleasant to touch and to look at. Feels like very light, beautiful energy. But the snake itself, I understand it's a part of me, but it's thicker and it's
a little scary, too unpredictable.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you two met in that space, in this beautiful forest, in order to have a conversation, in order to have an opportunity to learn. So
the snake is now really, really nice. Like a little baby. I heard.
Of course, it's lost its place in the world. So see if you can come closer, float closer.
She's crying.
Okay. And we comfort her.
Oh, she's like a little puppy. This.
Okay. Very good. Puppies are pretty, yeah?
She's turning colors.
What colors do you see now?
Those light, like very bright, purplish, bluish. That's the one that I like.
Okay.
And her face is not as ugly.
Okay. Good. Let's see if you can integrate, if you can become one.
Well, she jumped into my mouth.
Aha!
And goes down, down, down.
You swallowed it. Amazing. Okay.
And now, whew, nice. Now she's not like the nasty one. She's like that warm fire energy that is solid. So those little things that I told you that were sitting in the
base
tailbone, yeah, they felt like as if, you know how the rope can, when you cut it, not cut it, but tear it.
Yes.
So there were like parts of that torn rope. And now they're all like as if those, you know, if you put them together, the rope and the torn ones, and magically that they're like
united and one solid,
weaved
together.
Yes. And now the snake is actually pretty sexy.
Beautiful.
It's with purple and reddish and bluish, and it goes along my entire spine.
Let the snake do the dance. Allow it to show you the beauty, its possibilities. It's almost like you were that lost baby of that snake. So now take a moment for everything to align and let it pass through your esophagus. You mentioned that that was something that would cause pain. Will this unity with the part of you that we found help you heal the esophagus?
It feels like, yeah.
Very good. See if you can open even more internally to these energies and allow them to dance for you. And you mentioned there was a split. Let us see if
I'm more solid now.
Yeah, very good.
Like one, I'm more like a person now.
It's okay to have a body now, right?
Yeah.
It's safer to have a body.
Long ass hair. Beautiful. And yeah, it's a body.
So it's a female body.
Yes.
Okay. Are you outside?
Yes, in the forest.
In the forest, okay. Can we go to a river? Can we find a river? Where you are.
Okay, I'm weird now. I do look like a woman, but it's still transparent so I can see the snake blue, purple inside and red.
Amazing. Is it going all the way from the base of your spine to the crown?
And the crown is like red, purple color.
Very rich colors.
Yes.
So you are still sort of a forest goddess, fairy, but of like a much higher caliber.
And solid.
Solid.
Before it was like see-through water, and now it's just transparent, but with lots of, full of thick lights, like thickness. I gained thickness.
Okay, so there's a little bit more texture.
Yeah.
Is it everywhere?
Especially along my spine.
Okay. Let's connect a little bit to the spine a moment, okay? And tell me if there's any information. What is the function of the spine? What is the purpose of that snake-shaped dancing energy, the colors? Maybe we can explore a little bit more.
Well, it's dancing, it's moving. It's very flexible, yet very, very strong. Can't break anymore. The colors are, I don't know, it's like there's fire, definitely. Passion, sex, love, healing, illuminating the way.
When you came here today, you mentioned a lot of things related to that passion, to acting with passion and being with men, with people who also exhibit that passion, right? Was it the reason why you're searching for passion might be because you were lacking that part of you for time being.
Could be. Even though I always felt passion.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that passion was something that I was asked to throw out of myself.
Okay. Is it the result of you coming to US and not acting on your passion, but doing sort of redundant jobs? Let's connect this to your life. Let's see if this being can bring a little bit more light into your life. Can we ask it to be your guide from now on and representation of your divine connection to source? Okay. Are you wearing anything in that space? No. So you have sort of a physical body, you know, you're in your female energy. So female energy is creator. Is there anything that you're missing there? Is there an ability to play with male energy? Connect to this being and let's follow her. Let's see what excites her. What is her purpose? Is she overlooking this forest?
There's a lot of energy in the base of my spine that is ready to explode.
Okay, very good. Should we channel that energy and take it to every part of your body, your mind, your psyche, your emotional body?
And it's red.
Do you need help doing it gently so we don't actually
explode?
Yeah, we don't want to explode. We want to radiate it.
It's very thick there. Like when you want sex. And it's like very hot, like lava.
Okay. Let's connect to this energy for a moment, okay? See if you can scoop it, like if you're scooping ice cream, just so we can understand the nature of it a little bit more. Send it to your brain so you can have a conversation with that energy, that red, thick.
It's very hot.
Okay. Is it unpleasantly hot or is it bearable?
I'm afraid to send it to my brain because it might burn me.
Okay, let's cool it down as it goes up. Let's bring a little cooling agent, especially through the throat. You know, that's the blue. So that we don't need to bring the heat. We just want to connect to the information that is behind that redness, that thickness, that you said unbearable passion where you want to act, you want to explode. So send it through like a cooling filter or send just a little bit so that it's safe to explore.
It evened out the color. More purple now everywhere.
Okay. So the system is calming down a bit.
There's still more redness in the lower part.
Of course.
But it is still stretching. Like when you mix colors.
You had a little bit of
blue in it and now it's,
And it's neutral. So you still get the color, but it's not just like splashing the whole thing onto a canvas. It's more to create depth, to create richness, rather than covering everything.
It's the enjoyment, pleasure, fun.
So it's the energy that likes to connect with other people sensually, be sexual, be playful. So has Marina been not playful enough? She has been playing with different modalities, people, different ways of self-expression. Let's see if we can gain more clarity on that. What is the best way for her to express in a playful way that is exciting, that is spiritual or artistic or whatever tickles her, but balanced. We want to make sure that it balances her. Does it have anything to do with men that she has been attracting, or something to do with energy of her ancestors that she mentioned, the women? Let's explore that, okay? Just purely from the information standpoint.
There's a message came that excitement versus danger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like how to have one but not another. Is it possible?
Okay. Is it possible for Marina? Excitement versus danger. Let's talk a little bit about danger. Give me an example of things in your life that you felt were very dangerous for you, and what happened in these situations.
Death.
Death. Mm-hmm.
My first boyfriend died from cancer.
Okay. What's his name?
Alexei.
Was that back in Moscow? In
Mm-hmm. I didn't have physical, I mean, we just kissed, but I was really, really cared about him. And we had a fight. I didn't talk to him. And his mother said that he's dying. And I know that. I healed that. I ran to him, but he was already unconscious. He had sarcoma.
Can we connect to his spirit right now? Can you bring him forward?
Yes,
Yeah?
I
Okay.
always connect to his
Very
spirit.
good. Let's see if there is a message for you from him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Clean, pure, safe. The way he looked at me like I'm the goddess of the goddesses for him. Mm-hmm.
So let's explore that death, because that concept of death, that idea of death, has been really ingrained in Marina's reality. There is a lot of also women in your family dying, or people dying in your presence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason, being too adventuresome could turn into a danger. Is that what's playing here?
Mm-hmm.
These two attributes. Okay. So let's find out what would be a good blending mode. You already know, you experienced that a moment ago, that the spirit of your first boyfriend is in peace and he is not attached to the physical body. Let's show Marina other examples of people that have deceased. Let's bring them forward. Maybe whole legion of her family. Let's bring that physical family, maybe galactic family as well, to give her that confidence that it's okay to explore. There is no danger in exploring. But now as the snake is back, she's more grounded.
I even feel it like the thickness of my spine. Solid.
Very good. So it's becoming more three-dimensional, more united.
I even feel it right now when I lay down.
Amazing.
In my physical body.
Exactly. That's what we want. We want everything to connect to.
Yeah, all of them are lights, very light.
Mm-hmm. Can you communicate with them and see? Because a lot of people ask this question. You know, there's this death, there's this sadness. People grieve, they cannot let go, and people commit suicide. You know, when their beloved ones die, and then when we're on the other side, it's like everybody is applauding and everybody is like saying, "You've done so great," you know, that we are very much attached to our physical story. I would like you to see the bigger picture if possible, so that you feel encouraged to explore, not limited by what happens if I connect with that person. Will I hurt them? Will I repeat the family sort of a curse, for lack of a better word? Connect to these threads of consciousness that are in your family bloodline that are no longer on earth, or maybe they are incarnated in other ways. Let them give you the information that you need in order to feel safe. Let's find out where it is in your body that you don't feel safe. Are there any areas that come from these circumstances, losing people in your life or being sent from one country to another? There are definitely physical representations.
The heart and stomach.
Your heart and your stomach. Okay, very good. We'll work on that. What energy should we bring in order to help the stomach? What would help you feel absolutely safe in being physical, right? Uniting all of these pieces, the spine, and really solidifying yourself into one, into Marina yourself, without all these stories, without all the filters. Should that fairy, that being, be a part of you? What would be most appropriate? Because she's eternal, isn't she? I think maybe part of you needs to connect to that aspect of your higher self, that there's just direct communication. You always feel that you are infinite. Let's bring the source energy forward. Let's envelop you. I want to put my hand gently on your solar plexus to help just transfer it, okay? So just take it all from my hands. Take it all, absorb it like a sponge, saturate yourself with it. Through that channel of deservability, unconditional allowance. Acknowledge the presence and the guidance of your ancestors. Also allowing yourself to disconnect from their stories and not being responsible anymore, right? For healing all the women's trauma in your ancestry line. Can we do that?
Try.
Okay. Sometimes it helps when you take golden scissors and you find the threads connecting and you allow these threads to be cut. You cut them.
It's like they're ancient trees with those long roots.
Let's maintain the honor, the memory, but we don't need to relive these stories.
Very many threads.
Very good. If it's appropriate, let's cut them. So these souls, you said they turn into ancient trees, or they are part of the ancient forest.
I'm trying to cut all of them. There's like tons.
Take your time, take your time. Allow the energy from your spine and that aspect of you the fairy, that beautiful being, to help you as well with the colorful, intense energies. Let's use it.
I think it's clear.
Very good. And scan your body now and let me know what changed, what shifted.
Opening.
In the heart, in the solar plexus, where you mentioned.
And in general, like, my spine is very solid and thick, and the front of my body is more spacious.
Beautiful. So it feels good to be in the body. Let's connect with other parts, with your feet. Let's scan your legs, your arms. Let's see if there are any other aspects that need to be addressed as far as physical health. While we're doing that, I have a few questions, if I may continue. Okay. When Marina was 19 years old, she moved with her mother, kind of abruptly taken from her beloved Russia to US. And that was really quite a fracturing, traumatizing experience. Marina ended up with Chad, who was abusive physically, emotionally, verbally. Is there still any connection to her body, to her psyche, to her emotions that is present in the body? Do a scan for me. Or non-physical, somewhere in your sphere now you have access to other aspects of you. Let's make sure that we clear, we address these situations.
It feels like there is this darkness, but I'm surrounded by light.
So sometimes it just takes a few days for the light to transmute all of that, right? But look at this darkness for a moment. Where is it exactly?
Around,
okay. Let's scoop it. Let's scoop it into like a little basket, okay? Let's set it to your brain and let's talk to it for a moment, okay? You know you're ready, you're surrounded by light, you're protected, you're safe. So we can find out what it is and we can release it. Sometimes people, when they talk repetitively, like you said, he was saying that you will never be loved and other things, they leave these hooks, these attachments, these energy and thought forms that are like spells and they're affecting us. So I want you to look around your body, your energetic body, if there are any hooks, any attachments that keep this darkness around. And remove it if it's appropriate. And I also have a question. Is it because that fracture, that these energies of man that were takers were able to interfere and play in your reality? Whenever we are fractured, it's like an invitation for lower vibration beings, right, to latch on. Because they survive on human emotions, on having that effect on a person. So now that we're solidifying your spine, your energy field, not to accept any of this and really have that natural light around you to be sort of a filter, natural filter. I bring this funny image of a Teflon pan and nothing sticks. Is it time for that dark energy to go? Yeah, very good. Let's work on that. Let me know if you need any help. You can use the light. You can use the colors from the spine, from the snake to help you transmute it or gently send it to the light, alchemize it. And tell me if this blackness is gone, the darkness.
It's better.
Better. Let's talk about your mind as well. There was split before. Are we now in a place of oneness? Let's go into your brain, let's go into your mind and see if the snake helped heal these aspects of your brain that are fluid, that can just communicate.
Those two parts are together, but it's like a wound still between, like scar.
Let's find out where the scar is. Go there. Is it like after surgery when people have a line from a surgery? Is that how it feels? Okay. Let's see if we can heal it, if we can make it completely invisible, like it has never happened before. Go into that, the lines, okay, that are connecting the two. And let's look at it. Let's see what's there. How does it feel? How does it look?
Better.
Very good. Also, let's not forget that now you have this dancing Kundalini, the spine, the snake energy. Let's send that energy also to help. We want to make sure we energize, revitalize all the connections between the neurons, the synaptic connections, to create the most appropriate ideas to bridge two parts of the brain so that there is a flow established. There is no limitation between one part of the brain and another. The information can instantly flow. And let me know if it's happening, if it's working.
I think so.
Beautiful. And we always need a few days in a physical reality to integrate everything, to make sure that everything solidifies. It's very important to rest. Go within and check what else seems to be off balance or off key, let's just say with your natural vibration. Take a moment, take your time, and go through the harmonics of your internal structure. And see if anything is off, something that we need to address.
Something under my feet.
Let's go there and see what it feels like underneath your feet. Do you see any colors, any texture, warmth?
It's nice to fly, but I think when you just said it, I felt emptiness there.
Okay. Okay. So again, that grounding part, right? Okay. Very good. Let's work on that then. I want you to visualize yourself in that beautiful forest. Go back there, touch the ground. Maybe you have the trees, but the idea is to connect deeply to the core of Earth. A lot of people don't realize that, but once we separate from our mother, like in that case, it would be a physical mother, then Mother Russia, then something else needs to replace that, right? And for us humans in this realm here, Earth is the mother. It sustains us. It's the food, it's the shelter, it's the oxygen, it's the water. I want to help ground Marina into that feeling of safety with Mother Earth. So wherever she is, in taiga, in a city, in a desert, on a mountaintop, she is always connected to the Mother energy. Can we do that with the feet? Very good. Grow strong roots that are not physical roots. It's being connected to the source that is feeding you in this realm, so you're never depleted. Beautiful. Just allow it. Isn't it amazing to always be supported? To always be at home, feel at home? I want to help Marina to assist her in feeling that love for Mother Earth in her heart, in her stomach, in all the areas that were uncomfortable. So she feels that motherly love, that presence. I mean, Mother Earth is never boring. It's endless change of landscape, vibrations. It's so powerful. Let's connect Marina to the grid of Earth. There's also energetic grid. The streams, the pyramids, all the underground structures. How do the feet feel right now?
Warm.
Warm. Mm-hmm. So connection was restored. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Check all your internal organs, your sacrum. Check all the muscles in your legs, even like the shoulders, the back of your lungs, the throat. If there's anything we can do to revive, to amplify, to heal, so that you feel absolutely in the space of abundance, allowance, support, resourcefulness. And if you need to rest, just rest. Allow yourself to rest. Don't resist.